So picture this. You're running your business. You've sacrificed tons of blood, sweat, and tears, effort, time away from your family, money, everything. So you didn't get this way to have a successful business by not running a tight ship. And you've managed every major component of your business, no doubt, including the finances. You feel like you're doing all right. The business isn't suffering or anything. So you kind of think to yourself, really, do I need to bring on an accounting firm and, bring on that extra expense and other kind of moving parts into the business? It's a legitimate question. But here's the thing. Here's another question that is a natural follow-on. If it's such a smart growth strategy for you to take care of your business as the CEO and owner, when you think about the finances, why do other businesses who are also successful, why do they have roles like chief finance officers, right? There must be a reason behind it. So we're here today with Sue Schnitz, the founder of Perfect Balance CPA. And Sue, this is another question which I know you will have been asked many times. And even if you don't get asked the question, it does come up in conversation because of the dynamic you discover with your clients' businesses, right?
That's correct. We look at this as the opportunity cost. Are you really smart by doing your own bookkeeping instead of working at bringing in more revenue and growing your business? If you have to do everything, then you're really not going to be a truly successful entrepreneur. You have to allow others, and you can't micromanage anything because then your business doesn't allow itself to grow. There's nothing worse than working for a micromanager. I know myself, if somebody micromanages me, then I don't step up as high as I need to because you feel like, why should I? They're just going to tell me how to do it anyways. So it's really important to think about the opportunity cost. You are doing the bookkeeping, but it would be a lot cheaper for you to pay someone else to do it so that you can work on growing your business. You don't need to be sitting down to do accounts payable and paying your bills. And then you'll say, but I like that. That's okay. Once you have someone else doing it, you'll end up liking that better. Accounts receivable, what usually happens there is you get too busy and you don't put your invoices in on time. So that causes you not to be paid on time. And then a lot of people want to do those in Word and then they don't track them. So you want to make sure that your accounts receivable is done timely. And that's also a big opportunity cost to having somebody else do it. Payroll, we highly recommend using payroll companies because they'll take care of every part of the payroll, including paying all the taxes. And you want to make sure all the taxes are paid timely because if they're not, you can end up with very, very large penalties. And sometimes if you don't realize that, you can also end up with them putting a hold on your bank account. So your bills need to be recorded when you have accounts payable. They need to be coded properly. You need to have accounts receivable so that you make sure that your deposits and your income is being recorded. And you want to keep track of your payroll, and that needs to be put in at gross, not at net. You want to have good, accurate financial statements. Yes, you think you're pretty good at it, but usually an expert, such as like our firm, we are much faster and much more efficient than any business owner could be because it's all we do, and we have processes, and we also have software in place that allows us to be that way. So take a step back and think about the things you do in your business that would be better to have somebody else do who has that expertise. I even look at it as cleaning my house. I'm not good at it. I'm much better to go work for a few hours and pay someone to clean my house than for me to do it. So think about your opportunity cost. When you use accounting software, you will also be able to have better reporting and better management tools. So you can keep track of your sales and do projections and do that within the software. You can do cash flow. So you make sure that you're paying your bills timely, and you don't want to pay your bills too early and you don't want to pay your bills too late. You want to be able to reconcile your bank account, just downloading it from the bank. A lot of times our clients think they're doing it correctly and they're downloading things 2 and 3 times, and they come to us because they can't figure out why nothing looks right, and it's because it isn't. And the most important part is you will have accurate financial statements when you're outsourcing to an expert. For example, you don't want to use WebMD as your doctor because you can pull it up on Google. You need to go to a doctor. Same thing with accounting. You should use an expert, somebody who's good at it, knows what they're doing, can do it efficiently, and will free you up to do things that you're really good at and will make you a better business owner.
You know, Sue, one of the key points there about being effectively the kind of captain of your ship as the business owner is kind of crystallized so beautifully in this question you pose. If a business owner or a CEO is acting as the de facto accountant, how can they keep their eyes focused on growth, right? Just doesn't make sense. You cannot be at two places at once.
Exactly. And then you can't see the forest for the trees because you're so bogged down in details, you can't see the big picture. And it also takes so much time because it's something that you will have difficulty sitting down and doing without being interrupted 100 times. So how many times can a small business owner sit down and pay all their bills and record all their sales and not get interrupted? And every time you're interrupted, it leads to errors. You need to keep up with your reconciliations and your reporting. I cannot tell you how many people call us and are like, I'm probably 6 to 8 months behind. And a lot of times, if you have fraud on an account or on a credit card, it may be too late to go back and get that money recovered. They have no idea of their cash position except for going online and looking at their bank balance every day. That's not how you want to run your business. You want to know exactly what your cash position is based on your register in your accounting software, not on what the bank has. And you also want to know if you're losing or if you're getting the right deductions. You may be forgetting to put things in. You may have paid personally and forget to add that to the business. And the problem is that when it's time to do your taxes, you're usually scammering, staying up all night, trying to pull everything together, and then realizing you've lost things. And then it just leads to such stress. So you really should think about giving up your own CFO, do it yourself, and outsource it and hire someone that has the expertise, because it'll save you a lot of time, a lot of aggravation, and give you better numbers to manage and run your business.
It'll also keep you out of danger, right?
Yes, because you don't want to be audited, but you also want to make good business decisions. And if you don't have proper accounting or proper numbers to do that, then those decisions won't be what they need to be in order to be successful and profitable. Sometimes you'll make the wrong decision, which could put you out of business.
There you go. So stay up on the bridge, be the captain, eh?
Exactly. And then you can accomplish a lot more. You'll free yourself up to grow your business, and you'll also have the expertise of that person who has the knowledge of, like we do, of being in and out of so many businesses, that you can learn from that, and it'll help you eliminate a lot of mistakes you may make because you don't have that knowledge.
I think on that note, it's time to wrap up. And thank you so much, Sue. These are just tremendous insights that are going to help business owners move on to much happier, much more sustainable position.
Thank you.
And if this is a conversation that really resonates, you think, wow, I should really be speaking with Sue, and why wouldn't you? Then all you got to do is click the button below this video, and that'll allow you to set up a date and time that works best for you, a time of your choosing. And I know, Sue, you'd be delighted to speak with people because you're so passionate about helping businesses managing correctly and growing happily.
We love it. It's just everybody who works for me is that way as well. We take it very personally, and we are just so happy to be able to provide a service like this because it makes everybody successful.